Checking to see if everything is good. How's everybody doing? So I found I'm just kind of doing a scene here earlier, but kind of go through a couple of things as well, just to make sure it's good. Be bringing another character in, not only that, but also adjusting the. There's a couple of things I want to work and show you guys how to do. Um, sure. Yep, we're good. Trying to see where the camera is. Kind of like falling back and forth. Kind of simple camera moves here. Make the mission. Yeah. No. Okay. Not only that, but I have a couple of angles too for cutting as he goes back and forth. So let's just bring in the other character. And I'm going to go through a couple things here. If anyone has any questions, let me know. Hopefully the my microphone is good. Hopefully there's no issues. All right. Hopefully, maybe I gotta increase it a little bit, make sure it's not too quiet. Good. Very good. Okay, so I'm going to save that just in case. Go. So let's just get the other character here. Let's just bring him in. So go into iclone. See, I think I discussed it last night. Lighting's pretty simple. The only thing I did actually add was a rectangular light for the face here. I'll show you why. If we turn that off, I just kind of wanted to reflect back at the screen, kind of just give some motivated light. So something like this. And what I might actually do is what I might do is create another rectangular light here. Okay, where are you? Okay. What this is going to serve as, it's going to serve as my backlight here for him. Oops, hold on. So we're just going to expand the width here. Can make it more of a blue. See how that works on him. I think that'll work too. I'm going to keep it just in case. But just a little bit of a backlight. But I gotta make sure it's positioned because we're gonna have a character who's sitting. Yep, so he's gonna be right here. And when it comes time for the other camera angle, I'm just gonna shut it off. You know, I'm gonna turn off the light and let him speak. I think the backlight will work pretty well for him. But just kind of these camera angles. I wasn't really doing anything too crazy, just having them fall back and forth here. That's how I kind of like to work with it. simple movements, nothing too crazy. Let's let the character's performance sell. So, yeah, we're going to get back into it. Keep it simple. Keep the camera movement simple. That's what I think I need to point out. Keep it simple, you know. That's a lot of my camera movements is just about the right framing and just very simple movements. It's all about the performance, all about it. So anyway, just bring in our character here. Let me close out the sequence here. I'm just going to save everything just in case. Good. Get that out of the way. So I'm going to bring in a character. And I had the characters' names all mixed up, so I'm going to bring him in. I've had issues with bringing in subdivided characters in. So right now I'm just going to keep it very simple with him. So just go HQ shader, apply, and very good. So here's his character, and I'm just going to turn it off. No tessellation, just original. So Unreal Live Link, just bring in the character, nothing else. Just his motion, everything is good to go. Okay. The other thing I might do, I actually, you know what, I think this would be interesting. Maybe. I should, just because I need to do a demonstration. When it comes to bringing accessories in, I don't like to attach it to the character and send, because there's a lot of issues. So for this character, I was thinking about glasses, and I might just actually, yeah, let's just bring in some glasses and I'll show you. So you're going to see the character get brought in. And then we'll just put the glasses on the character's head. Not only that, but we're going to also change a couple of things. And I'll explain the reason why soon. Okay. So he should be coming in very soon. So let's just delete this. And let's find some glasses. I think it's under accessories. This is like glasses. I think the issue I was brought up, someone pointed out, was a cape. So cape, glasses, they all have serious issues. So I'm thinking something like this. Bring that in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify it, make sure the rotation is set at 0, 0, and 0. Put that right towards right there. Perfect. So we have some glasses here. Good. And what I'm going to do is actually turn that off. And we have the glasses here. So it should be under model 001. I'm just going to name it glasses, just so I know. There we go. So where's our character? Character is imported, and he should be good. We should save everything just in case. And where is he? So he's standing right here with Bond. Same with our character. Whoops. So I'll put them here, and then when it comes time, we'll put them, we'll move them around, but they're fine here. Okay, let's bring in the model and just scene like this. So it's going to bring in the model. It's not a perfect system, to be honest. I don't like, there's a lot of issues, especially with glass, and I'll explain it. So it's going to be found here under RL content. But the problem here with this is, yeah, the glasses are at stack meshes, but sometimes they have issues with like lenses. So you kind of see it right here. Sometimes they'll have like a weird checkerboard issue, and that can be incredibly distracting. So I think I'm gonna be fine with the original, with this original, but with the glass, the lens itself, we're gonna have to change it. So that's just something to let you guys know. There's always issues with glasses. So if we go down here, and you can tell even some of the metal issues, we're gonna have issue. We might have an issue. We'll see. But you know what? Just to play it safe, what I might do for glasses here is just gonna make my own material, and I'll call it M glasses frame. Okay. And we might even just, I'm going to make some adjustments to the roughness, so 0.25. See how that looks good. And I might actually save the base color to be a little more like this. See how that looks good. I like it. Seems perfectly fine for me. So just adjusting the roughness just slightly and adjusting the base color, I can just easily do this. But like I said, my main complaint, especially with the Antaria stuff, is that a lot of it's very complicated, and it's a big pet peeve of mine. A lot of stuff is overcomplicated and would cause issues. So what I might have to do is just kind of go through everything here. Like they have different kids, like different material textures for each one, and it gets overcomplicated, and it doesn't need to be. That's really my main complaint about bringing stuff like that over, you know, is just how overcomplicated that is. And Daz is the worst. Daz is just a pain in the ass. Daz is just absolutely worse. Like one time I had to, whoopsies. One time I was helping somebody out, and I was looking at a gun holster. It was like 60,000 faces with like 10 different material meshes, and it was the worst. It kind of upset me. There's absolutely no way it should be like this. Okay, so what I might do, I'm gonna find this where this is going to be. Let's show this in the folder view. So what I might do is actually duplicate this. And we're going to go to glass here, and I'm actually going to turn down the opacity to maybe 0.75. Just maybe like this, and then I'm going to actually save as, probably put this under glasses, under RL content. So under glasses here, and you kind of saw where it was going to glitch here, so I'm just going to call it lens. But yeah, Daz is just, oof. Yeah, just has some serious issues with Daz, unfortunately. We're going to delete this, just we're done with it. And I used to do this a lot too. I've had many issues with just overcomplicating the shit out of things. There we go. Perfect. So you get this really nice, just by making the glass itself in Unreal Engine, you get this really nice effect here. It's not going to glitch. So we're ready with the glasses. So I'm just going to keep them here, and we're going to bring in our character, and then we're just going to put the, actually, you know what, since the character's kind of hanging around, we're going to find where he is. First, I'm actually going to hide this character for now. And we're going to bring in the glasses here. And just slowly put them on his face. Yeah, just like this. We may have to actually make some adjustments like this. let's actually just reduce the size just a teeny bit. Ooh, not even that. I don't know if we can do a scale. Can I? There we go. There's our character. So we have glasses, and we're going to just bring him in here. So we'll just attach it to the head, and there we go. He's all ready to go. And he's actually a little bit shorter than our friend here, but that's okay. All right, so we're done with that. What I'm going to do is just say, don't save it. We're just done with that here. I'm just going to pull up the set for the iclone set here because it's already laid out here. So he's doing this little thing here. I have the chairs. I have everything set up. So for him, just going to get our character and just place him down here. Okay. So I want him just to plop down on the chair here. Just have him sit and look. And then, you know, I'm going to save this because I'm going to be using this multiple times here. But I just want him to sit. And I'm sure we have some animations. I'm sure we have some. City life, so we can look into that. But the other one I did find was, let's try animation. Not that much, but I just want like basic seat. See what it looks like here. We may have to make some adjustments, obviously, but yeah, we'll probably have to. That's okay. So something like this. So what I might do is one rest.
All right, let's begin. Welcome, gentlemen. Tonight.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. I just want a basic sitting animation. You got something for me? Yeah, there we go. Something like this will work. All right, so I just want him to sit here, and let's adjust. Right there, good. And his hands. Don't spread his legs out like that here. Just move them. Just like that here. Like that. All right, good. Something like this here. And then, you know, I'm going to have him stare at the, let's just do a look at, come on, buddy. Look at the target. Look at the screen here. Can you look at the screen? There we go.
All right, let's begin. Welcome, gentlemen. Tonight, we will have a demonstration.
He's a little too excited. That's the problem with a lot of that mocap can be too. Have characters who are just going nuts. So what I might do is just stretch this out just quite a bit.
All right, let's begin. Welcome, gentlemen. Tonight, we will have a demonstration.
And we're not really gonna be paying attention to him too much, so who cares? In fact, I could probably just cut the. What I can do is just do this normal, and just kind of copy and paste it like that.
For what will be seen as the turning.
Like this here, and then just do transition curve, ease in and out. There we go.
Seen as the turning point of who will become the most powerful country in the world.
Good. We're good. And then he'll do his scene, and then I'll find a talking motion, and then.
All right, let's begin. Welcome, gentlemen. Tonight, we will have a demonstration for what will be seen as the turning point of who will become the most powerful country in the world.
Perfect. I think this will work just fine, just fine here. Like I say, he's just in the background, so we're going to do character. We're not going to do prop. We're going to bring in our good old character here. So we're just going to transfer his motion here. Everything should be good. And transfer. So the motion should be good. And then it's like I said, he's just going to be in the back. I'm not really going to be too concerned about his animation. As long as he's in the right pose and everything, it's fine. Okay, so if we get our character here, under motion, good. And he should be right in the exact same place. There we go. And let me just save this, and I'll head on out soon. There we go. So if we play our animation here, so if we go back to sequence, and then if we bring in our character, and our animation here, which is sit. Well, actually, what we need to do is we oh shit, I forgot. We'll have to we're gonna have to originally get them removed. Sorry, it doesn't. For some reason, it's some weird glitch. It's kind of silly, but what can you do? So we'll have to bring in the character again. My bad. Probably shouldn't even remove the glasses, but my mistake. So let's get our glasses going. You can even tell, like, there's glitches you see right there. So let's see. Just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the lenses. There we go. All fixed. There we are. Okay, we're good with everything, so save all. And finally, we're going to bring our character back in. Yeah, for some stupid reason, you have to go in and do this all over again. So there we go. There's our character. You see the glasses. So let's see what he looks like. You don't really see him, but still. Oopsies. Okay. And maybe see what the character looks like. Let's actually make sure. What I might do is actually duplicate this light. I'm going to put it towards him. We'll have to increase it, like do like 30 or something, or 5. Just a little bit of life towards him right there, you know. And then we'll, when it comes time to light the character, we'll know. So file save as, file save all, and I think we're ready to render it. So I'm actually going to be deleting this video here. I'll explain it later what we're going to do. I want to do another shot of it. And just make sure the camera is good. So bloom. Yep. Oops. Yeah, something like that there. All right, file save as, and save all. Okay, so gonna go into our render. All right, gentlemen. And then this is going to be number A. I have a couple of shots here. And what I'm going to do is actually going to be, sorry. All right. I can't type well tonight. All right, gentlemen. And then press A and save all. And see what happens. Yeah, it's going to crash when I stream, so whatever. Doesn't do it. I haven't had any issues with it. So maybe it's just because I'm streaming. Okay. I just realized the hair has soft cloth. Oh boy. you know, the soft cloth isn't too distracting. It's fine. So I have another angle how I'm gonna approach it, and then but this one is going to involve something new. I'm gonna have to show you guys here how to do this if you really want to know. It's about working with video, so like a video screen or something. If you want that played, I could show you. Yeah, I think the backlights work pretty well. What GPU are you using? I'm on a 5070 Ti. I just got it not too long ago, so maybe it's just driver issues. I don't know. But so far, you know, it's just this thing's just rendering like a beaut. So yeah, it's rendering pretty well. I'm rendering on 4K. This there's a couple of textures are 8K, so yeah, there we go. Good. Okay, so for the other angle, let's actually do a duplicate of this camera here, just in case, because I do like it. Where's my other rectangular light here? The backlight. No, I had a backlight here. I'm going to hide this. And under hidden, after hidden game, and then when it comes to render, turn off. There we go. So I don't have to worry about that too much. So I want to do an angle like this. So let's actually get rid of this, get rid of this, and move on to something like this here. There we go. So I think this looks pretty good for what it is. Actually, what did that render? No. What I might do is do another backlight here. Well, we'll see. Let's see what this camera will do. So, yes. We may have to play around with some lights here, but I have three video cameras here. It's our bridge here for material textures. So we're going to have to actually add in a couple media tracks. So let's actually do the first one, which would be the tower bridge video. So right click, go out to properties, and look up tower bridge video. And there we go. So you do the second one, and we may have to adjust our lighting, but okay. Do our next one here. So what I did was I actually so how it usually plays out here with the video, so you make a little folder called video, And then this is where you place your like MP4s. Here you make a file media source here, where you're going to find your video. Then under media player here, that's where you're going to find your file. And then, yeah, this will be the file here. This is where video is going to be. I mean, I'll have to link a video somewhere down the line for it to go into full detail, but this is just something I already set up. And then this is to show you how to do it in sequencer, because I didn't see many people talk about that one. So you can see your character here. And then under properties, you find your media texture, and there he is. So you see him moving. So as he's talking, I think, yeah, we'll keep the camera angle here because I want it directly towards the center. So I have a couple lights here we might have to work with. Probably do like a purple here, another one here, but next is the other media track here, which is going to be the final one. And finally, going to go to here. So, hang on a minute. That's our media texture. Did I select the right one? Yeah, I did not select the right one. I don't think I did. Okay, so what is... No, that's not the right one. It's supposed to be empty, right? Max video. Why do I have multiple? There we go. There we are. That's our video. Good. Okay. Sorry, it just kind of threw me off for a bit. All right, so we're just gonna go to the other one here. Oops, blue, like that. But instead of using here, what I might do is actually do like purple, and for him, like that right there. Go with like something like that. Good. There you go. And then even better, something like this, removable, but do it behind. Like this. Save all. Yeah, I think that'll work. Because hopefully the angle is fine. Oh, I would put, maybe I'll move the, let's actually adjust the camera just a little bit. So where is he standing? Something like that there. Good. I think this will be fine. I'm going to save everything. Just save and save and save. So all right. Okay. Select folder. Accept and save it. So let's see what happens. Cool. That is awesome. Oh, this turned out pretty well. Just like the, I think him just standing up and giving a performance like this is going to be a lot better, because this is the directions I gave to an actor. I told him, hey, you're just pitching something. It's like some random crypto scheme or something, except that you're blowing up the London Bridge. So, you know, just him being animated like this will just do. Yeah, I think it sounds. I originally had him just sitting, but him just standing and talking and moving around. This is actually motion from mocap online, which it works perfectly. So just matches everything. I'm actually kind of happy about this. It's him talking back and forth. I think it works pretty well. Just and then you kind of have this guy kind of sitting. Yeah, this just I'm a lot happier with this. Especially how I'm gonna cut it too. So go Premiere. I'm actually kind of curious. I have 1 week to decide if I'm going to continue with Premiere. I don't know yet. I'm still stuck on that. What I might do, so this is the character here. Sorry, didn't mean to belch. So here's the animation. 1, 2. Then he's going to say, all right, let's begin. Get max on 3, and then I'll do a couple of scenes here. So let's see how this looks. So I'm actually rendering in 48 frames per second. None of that, but let's adjust the speed by 50. And the reason why I'm doing this in 48 frames per second is because, you know, we have had issues with like ghosting, and that's one way of fixing it. So I'll probably do a lot of cutting here, so I'll find some angles of Bond. But for him, you know, I'm going to edit this together. Kind of see my framing here. So when I'm cutting together, you know, all right, let's begin. And then we'll kind of get through here. I want him when he says the world. And then, you know, find a couple others. But I'll see what happens when I'm kind of putting this together. But so probably for him, we can do... See the 3 characters here. And then finally cut to the other character. I don't know. I'll see what happens when I'm assembling it, but... Yeah, that backlight there just makes a huge difference. I think, yeah, some of the angles here. Sorry, my voice is starting to go. Yeah, some of the I have a couple of angles ideas. Yeah, let's try this. I'm gonna do one more here. Not in the conference room, actually. We're going to get out of this for a second. And I'm just going to put them in here and then move them back once we're done. Hopefully if Unreal plays nice. Oh, come on. I guess not. No, never mind. Just move this over here. I got one more. I'll do one more shot. I started playing around with MetaHuman earlier today. Actually, I was able to get that Zendyne thing working. It's actually quite interesting. An interesting little tool. It helps smoothen out a lot of the facial expressions, and it adds like some breathing and everything, which is really nice. I'm kind of debating what I'm going to do with it for a project. The only thing is clothing. I have an interesting idea what to do. Like once I get through if there's like a way of like make it a very easy way of hiding the body, like when skin pokes through clothes and everything. I'm thinking about working with a project. Eh. Well, let's not even. I don't even think I need to use icons. So let's go back to sets. I don't know why I decided to have a little moment here, but yeah, I have an interesting idea for like a short project here. To be done in MetaHuman if it's popular. You know, if people like it, I can continue with it. But let's move our guys over here. Move them over just a little bit here. Go and find our scene. Very good. I think our camera here, our other camera, I'm actually going to be piloting this a little bit. There we go. Okay. So let's get the camera set up here. And what I'm going to do is also focus in our character. Just like that. Just what's his animation. And then like probably up to here, something like this. Well, actually, what's our Just want to pay attention to the composition. There we go. Good. And if he's down the center, perfect. Never hurts to double check. So something like this here. What I also might do, actually I'll keep it to 58. But let's also just make sure focus plane is good. And just make sure focus plane is good. Good. And he's still at the center. Still at the center. Good. All right. That, but also what I might do is actually expand this. So just oops. Just make it a little bit more gradual. There we are. Make a little camera shake so it's not too distracting, but kind of adds a little bit. Just like that, it works perfectly. Actually, let's delay or transform. Want it to be like this. Actually, want it there. Okay. And just a little bit, just like that there. Just like that. Just kind of slowly creeping in. Want that frame within a frame, you know. Got this and this. That's a pretty nice angle. So I'm going to save that. And we're just going to hit the render button here. And fun listening. There we go. Okay, and there we go. Oh, I didn't know you can export from CC to Unreal. Yeah, it's pretty easy. You just gotta have the live link. Also, you can do it directly to the program too if you want. There we go. Very easy. So I think something like this can work very well. I'm actually gonna be yeah, I think that's it for me tonight. Yeah, I do have videos on showing you how to work with iclone to Unreal. You can also export it CC as well. There's a couple of things you can do. There's plenty of videos on my channel, so yeah, this will be pretty good for now. So I'm calling it a night. So If anyone has any questions, feel free to let me know. Thank you for watching.